Fan is now living in the big city of Kyoto. He is a very smart young man. The emperor wants Fan to marry a princess named Wanna. This is because the emperor wants Fan to manage the internal treasury, which is a lot of money. But Fan is not happy. He wants to find the drumstick girl he met in the temple. He does not know her identity, but he feels a strong connection to her. He only wants to marry for love. To stop the royal marriage, Fan has a plan. He wants to show everyone that he is a rude and uneducated boy. He decides to go to a big poetry party at the Jing prince's house. His sister, Ruoru, is worried. "Many people will test you today," she says. Fan just smiles. He remembers many famous poems from his previous life on Earth. He arrives at the party wearing simple clothes. The other young nobles look at him with dislike. They think he is just a bastard son from the countryside. They believe he is not good enough to be there. Fan doesn't care. He is ready to surprise everyone with his secret talent. A young noble named Guo Baokun wants to make Fan look stupid. He challenges Fan to write a poem in front of everyone. Guo thinks Fan will fail because he is from a small town. Fan pretends to be tired. He picks up a brush and writes a poem that he remembers from a famous poet named Du Fu. When the other students read the poem, they are very shocked. The poem is so beautiful and deep. They cannot believe a young man wrote it. "This is the best poem I have ever read," one man shouts. Guo Baokun's face turns white. He knows he has lost the fight. Fan did not mean to become famous, but now everyone thinks he is a genius. This was not his plan. He wanted people to hate him, but now they all love his work. Fan feels uncomfortable with all the attention. He decides to leave the party quietly and find a place to hide in the garden. He wants to be alone for a while. Fan walks deep into the quiet garden. He finds a small, beautiful building. It is very peaceful there, far away from the noisy party. He moves a curtain and stops. He sees a girl sitting there. It is her, the drumstick girl. She is eating a piece of meat and looks very surprised to see him. Fan is so excited. "I finally found you," he whispers. The girl feels a bit embarrassed because she was caught eating secretly again. She does not know that Fan is the famous poet everyone is talking about outside. To her, he is just the funny boy from the temple. They start to talk, and Fan feels very happy. He tells her about his life, but he still thinks she is just a maid in the palace. There is a big misunderstanding. He does not know that she is actually Wanna, the princess he is supposed to marry. For a moment, they forget about the outside world. They only care about each other in this quiet room. In the small room, Fan and the girl talk with honesty. Fan tells her that he does not want to marry the princess. "I don't care about money or power," he says. "I only want to be with you." The girl smiles at him. She likes that he is brave and different from other men in Kyoto. She feels a lot of affection for him, but she is also a little sad because she knows her life is difficult. Suddenly, they hear the voices of guards coming near. They must not be seen together. "I will come back for you," Fan promises. He holds her hand for a second and then runs away. He goes back to the party, but his heart is still with the girl. He feels very frustrated. He thinks he has to fight the royal family so he can be with a maid. He does not know that the freedom he wants is already there. If he marries the princess, he marries the girl he loves. But for now, he is still in the dark about her real name. Fan Xian returns to the party, but everything is different now. Everyone wants to be his friend because of his great poem. But Fan Xian also feels a new danger. In the shadows of the city, powerful people are watching him. They think he is a dangerous player in their game. Some people are very jealous of him. Guo Baokun is already planning a way to hurt him. Fan Xian realizes that in Kyoto, being famous is dangerous. He must be very careful with what he says and does. He has many enemies now. As the sun goes down, Fan Xian looks at the beautiful city. He came here for a simple life, but now he is in the middle of a big storm. He has found his love, but he has also found many people who want to stop him. His adventure in Kyoto is just starting, and he knows that the road ahead will be very difficult and dangerous.
太棒了，你又完成了一次高质量的语言进入。不要去纠结记住了多少单词，只要你听完了，你的大脑就已经在悄悄升级。英语不是学出来的，是听出来的。如果你喜欢这种学习方式，请点赞并订阅。坚持下去，继续看下一个视频。我们下一集不见不散。